As I stepped into the grandeur of Hotel Uvala Dubrovnik, I felt like a naive little girl walking into a fairy tale, expecting magic and wonder. But little did I know, I was about to embark on a journey of disillusionment and heartbreak. From the moment I checked in, I noticed the receptionist, Valeria, with a demeanor as cold as the Croatian winter. She barely looked up from her screen, let alone crack a smile, making me feel like an inconvenience rather than a valued guest. It was as if she was stuck in some sort of bureaucratic limbo, devoid of any warmth or hospitality. As I made my way to my room, I couldn't help but notice the eerie silence that pervaded the corridors. It was as if the hotel was a ghost town, where the only sound was the creaking of old, worn-out furniture. The air was thick with the scent of stale air and despair, like someone had left a window open to let the hopelessness in. The room itself was a time capsule from the 1960s, with furniture that looked like it had been salvaged from a thrift store. The walls were adorned with faded yellow stripes, reminiscent of a neglected sunflower, and the bed creaked with every movement, as if it too was tired of the whole charade. The air conditioning, or rather the lack thereof, made me feel like I was trapped in a sauna, with sweat dripping down my face like tears. But the piece de resistance was the bathroom, a biohazard waiting to happen. The shower curtain was a petri dish for bacteria, and the sink was clogged, making me wonder if the hotel had a secret pact with the plumbers' union to ensure that no water flowed freely. The towels were as rough as sandpaper, and the toilet paper was so thin, I'm surprised it didn't disintegrate in my hands. It was as if the hotel had declared war on personal hygiene. And then there was the food, a catastrophe that would make even the most iron-stomached individuals weep. The breakfast spread was a sad excuse for a meal, with eggs that looked like they had been sat out for hours, and sausages that tasted like cardboard. The coffee was as bitter as the hotel's attitude towards its guests, and the juice was so watered down, I'm surprised it didn't come with a warning label. It was as if the chef had given up on life and was just going through the motions. But what really took the cake was the staff's attitude. They seemed to be stuck in some sort of perpetual state of annoyance, as if I was bothering them by simply existing. The waiters would forget my orders, and the receptionists would ignore my calls, leaving me to feel like a ghost haunting the hotel's corridors. As I wandered around the hotel, I couldn't help but notice the lack of attention to detail. The floors were dirty, the walls were cracked, and the windows were so grimy, I'm surprised they didn't have a film of grime on them. It was as if the hotel had given up on even pretending to care. And yet, despite all this, the hotel still had the audacity to charge me an arm and a leg for the privilege of staying in this dump. It was as if they were trying to scam me, to take advantage of my trusting nature. But I wasn't born yesterday. I knew that I was being robbed, and that this hotel was a masterclass in deception. As I sat in my room, surrounded by the detritus of broken dreams and shattered expectations, I couldn't help but wonder, how could a hotel—
Oh, I was just looking into things around Hotel Uvala Dubrovnik, like what tourists should be careful about, Because some people just want to enjoy their vacation, but then, scammers ruin everything. So businesses near Hotel Uvala Dubrovnik, sometimes they seem nice, but then boom, you find out it's all fake. Like there was this one time 3 Ukrainians got arrested right here in Dubrovnik for trying to take €1, 3 million from some poor person. Can you believe that? They pretended to be from a bank in Brussels and some Dutch anti-money laundering thing, telling this person, "Oh, we can get your lost investments back, just pay us first." And the person actually believed them. Why would a bank ask for cash in a random place near Hotel Uvala? That's so obviously wrong. I bet the victim felt so stupid after, They probably realized too late, but the police caught the scammers before they got the money. Still, imagine trusting someone like that and then, poof, your vacation is ruined because you're crying over lost cash. And the scammers, probably sitting in jail now thinking, wow, we really messed up. But that's not even the worst part. These guys were part of a bigger group, working in Spain, Poland, the UK, everywhere. So if they tried it here near Hotel Uvala Dubrovnik, they could try it again. Tourists just walking around thinking they're safe, and then, bam, some smooth-talking scammer tricks them into handing over money. And I don't know, maybe the victim was just desperate, Maybe they lost a lot before and thought, this is my chance. But no, scammers don't care, they just take and take. So yeah, businesses near Hotel Uvala Dubrovnik, some are fine, but others, just be careful, okay? Because no one wants their vacation to turn into a crime story.
The businesses near Hotel Uvala Dubrovnik. A tale of woe, a symphony of disappointment, a cavalcade of frustration. As I delve into the reviews, I'm reminded of a wise phrase: abandon all hope, ye who enter here. First off, let's talk about the shopping centers. Dubrovnik Shopping Center, to be exact. It's a ghost town, my friends. Empty shops, a few cafes, and a lackluster supermarket. The reviews paint a picture of a place where time stands still, where the only excitement comes from the occasional flutter of a pigeon's wings. It's like they say, you can't even get a decent parking spot, let alone a decent shopping experience. And then there's touch of Thai boutique Altdown of Dubrovnik. Sounds exotic, doesn't it? But alas, it's all smoke and mirrors. Closed shops, uncommunicative staff, and a general air of disorganization. It's like they're playing a game of hide-and-seek, but instead of hiding, they're just gone. Now on to the restaurants. Taj Mahal Old Town takes the cake, or should I say, it takes the overpriced, under-seasoned kebab. Long wait times, cold food, and a general lack of enthusiasm from the staff. It's like they're trying to recreate the mystique of the ancient Taj Mahal, but instead, they're just recreating the mystique of a mediocre buffet. And don't even get me started on Caf Bar Van. Where do I even begin? The overpriced drinks, the surly staff, the general feeling of being ripped off, it's like they're trying to fleece you for every last euro. I mean, who needs a decent cup of coffee when you can have a lukewarm, oversweetened abomination? But wait, there's more. Culture Club Revelin, the supposed crown jewel of Dubrovnik's nightlife. Ah no, it's a mess, folks. Overpriced drinks, bad music, and a general air of pretentiousness. It's like they're trying to recreate the glamour of a European nightclub, but instead, they're just recreating the chaos of a bad wedding reception. And then there's life according to Kawa, a coffee shop that's more like a caffeine-fueled nightmare. Bad coffee, rude staff, and a general feeling of unease. It's like they're trying to create a coffee shop that's so bad it's good, but no, it's just bad.